Hello, Leos. All right, Leos, we're closing out a cycle. Okay, so what does it look like for you? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're closing out a cycle. So, probably watching this video on the 25th of March. Let's do it. We have a solar eclipse on the 29th. So let's see what stepping into your future looks like as you're closing out this cycle. The moon is in your polarity sign, which is in Aquarius. Aquarius rules the 11th house, and that is all about your friendships, community, goals, hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future. Right now you have two planets that are retrograde, Venus and Mercury, right? So you want to start thinking about the positive aspects of planets when they go retrograde, because planets don't move backwards, they don't move at a slower pace. So as you close out cycles, you want to think about closing out cycles in love. Close out cycles on a high note if you can. If you can, right? Because closing out cycles can be real tricky, especially if it can just be tricky. It can just be tricky when you're closing out cycles. Not just because it's eclipse season, they can just be tricky in general because you're the one that's initiating closing out cycles. So when you're closing out cycles, it can mean somebody else feels like you're leaving them behind. So when you close out cycles, somebody else could be not ready for you to close out cycles, and that's okay. But so try to close out cycles on a high note. If you get ready to close out cycles on a high note, try to close them out on a high note. So resolve something within yourself, any kind of karmic cycles within yourself. So when you close out the cycle, you're closing it out on a high note and moving on. All right, let's get into it. All right. Ready to pray over your cards. Let's see what's in them. Let's see what's in your cards. Okay, I am safe and protected. I am safe and protected. That's right. I am the great I am inside of you, safe and protected. Let's get into it. I am safe and protected. I am, right? We know I am the great I am, source, the creator. I am safe and protected. Let's get it. Let's get into it. Okay, you're having a tower moment, total recall of some things. Safe and protected. All right. So you have an idea of who's behind some things. Somebody calls some kind of division of some things. Some kind of division of some things happened. This is some kind of divide happened here. Some kind of divide happened here. Here we have the King of Pentacles here. Looks like a rich person. Somebody with a lot of money. Somebody with a lot of money sacrificed somebody. Well, somebody with a lot of money sacrificed somebody. Somebody comes from a very wealthy family. And something is being exposed. Somebody comes from a wealthy family. They played a role in something. Maybe that's why you're saying you feel safe and protected, but somebody was pretty ruthless. Somebody sacrificed somebody, and somebody comes from a very wealthy family. It looks like somebody took some kind of an impulsive action here, and they were pretty ruthless. And so you're free from something, but there's a lot of information that is there's a lot of information that's coming out, because this is Neptune. So there's a lot of information that's coming out because this is generational here. So this is a generational planet. And what's hidden behind this is, I mean, what's behind this is the moon, but I mean, what's Neptune, what's moon is will be the sun, right? The sun. So the sun illuminates the moon. So what was done in the dark is coming out in the light. It's coming out in the light. Somebody didn't want somebody to go home. Somebody did not want somebody to have some kind of homecoming. Somebody did not want somebody wanted to end some kind of a homecoming. That's why the Four of Wands came out. Somebody did not want somebody to come together. That's why the Four of Wands came out in reverse. Here we had the Magician card. Somebody wanted to create some kind of confusion. The Magician card. A dark magician wanted to create some kind of like end something. Right, end something. And bring judgment. Like bring someone was obsessed. This is what's in the Judgment card is obsession, right? So what's in the Judgment card is bring to end something. So what's in the Judgment card is death. So the end a cycle. To end a cycle is what's in the Judgment card. Is to end something. Right? End some kind of good news for somebody. So death is not always in a physical sense, but somebody wanted to end some good news for somebody. Right, here we have that was waiting on some good news to come their way. Somebody wanted to intercept some good news coming someone's way. And cause someone to be depressed. And send a message. And send this message, send a very shady message to someone, because Page of Wands is messenger energy, right? Like a competition, like it was a teenage competition between somebody. Like somebody had won some kind of a competition, like it was like a teenage competition. Somebody wanted to send a very strong message that somebody had won some kind of a competition. Here's the Seven of Cups here. So Source is saying to you, 4 and 7 is 11. 11 is a master number, right? And master numbers are messages from above. Like, so whenever you see master numbers in any form, however, so 11, whether you see a 2 and 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 6, 6, 5, 7, 4, 8, 3, 9, 2, however you see 11, 22, 33, 44, you know what I'm saying. Sources like is a call up from the master teacher, really for you to say, okay, get into hermit mode, get into receiving mode, divine feminine mode is what Source is trying to teach somebody how to live a balanced life, right? Get into divine feminine mode because there's a message that Source wants you to get to. So in other words, even if you're out kind of like Even if you're kind of sort of out and about, let's say for instance you got a pretty busy day, Leos, and you're out shopping, you just got just a busy day. Let's say you're out shopping, grocery shopping, you got this on the list to do, and source is trying to get a message to you. Let's say you finish your grocery shopping and you're, I don't know, your let's say your receipt comes to $29. I don't know. Let's say you buy something, it comes to $29, right? And you just happen to notice. Or let's say it comes to $92. Let's say, okay, that may be more realistic. Let's say it comes to $92. And you just it just happens to stick out at whatever time, whatever moment you notice that it's $92. It may be not at that very moment, right? Let's say you just start paying attention to numbers at whatever moment you notice, and you decide, okay, let me step away from everything. Maybe you by yourself and you sit in your car for a minute and you kind of your quiet prayer time with source, and you're just saying, is there a message, source, you want me to get, to download some kind of message or whatever. The message could come through a song you're listening to on the radio. It could just come through a daydream, a thought that comes across your mind about, maybe it's a name that comes across your mind, maybe it's a thought that comes through, maybe something comes into view. It doesn't have to make sense at the moment. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to make sense at the moment. Maybe it's just something you journal, in your cell phone in the notes section that comes to you later, right? It all means something. It's not by coincidence. Something comes to you, right? But just get used to, because it's nothing by coincidence. Nothing by coincidence, right? Yeah. Nothing by coincidence. Nothing by coincidence. But Source really wants you to start thinking in terms of future. What does your future look like? Because that's what you're headed towards. You're headed towards future. You're headed towards your future. You're headed towards your future. Not being confused. Headed towards your future. Somebody is really trying to learn how to listen to what inspires you. What inspires you? What motivates you? You're not motivated by chaos and confusion. You're motivated by clarity. And Source, your creator, offers you clarity through prayer and meditation. Someone really is a prayer warrior. You rise above the judgment. You rise above. You're not obsessed with judging, competing, and comparing. There is no competition. You're not. Who can compete with you? Nobody, right? Nobody. It's you versus you. Who can be a better you than you? Nobody. I mean, that's just the end of that. It's just you versus you. It's just you versus you. So yeah, so make a decision. Make a decision. No more dysfunctional, lopsided nothing within yourself. You're balanced out within you. This right here, these two signs right here are ruled by Mercury, and that's what Source is trying to tell. Mercury is currently retrograde, so Mercury rules two zodiac signs. So what should be coming into focus right now is Mercury and Venus are both retrograde right now. Mercury rules third house and it rules sixth house, right? So third house is early education, intelligence, sibling interaction, logic, reason, communication skills, short trips, hobbies. That's what you want to slow down and focus on. So you may not have, whether you have siblings or not, how do you interact with your siblings? What lessons did you learn and how people interact with their siblings? Whatever. Whether you got like brothers and sisters, right? So some people have people that you consider that's like your brothers and sisters, right? Friends, whatever. People you may not have seen in years. How do y'all interact with each other? Right? Like brothers and sisters, right? Sixth house, that's health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices, right? your spiritual practices, your health may have changed over the years, right? Your pets and how other people treat their pets may be significantly different. Some people may chain their pets outside. You may treat your pets totally different. Some people, your pets may have a whole wardrobe in the closet. Some people may not even put clothes on their pets, right? Your pets may have a first, middle, and last name, birth certificate. You know, they may have paw prints on their birth certificate. Some people, you know, pets may not even, they may just have a first name. I mean, who knows? Your spiritual practices may be one thing, somebody else's spiritual practices may be something totally different. That's what Source is saying. Slow down when planets retrograde. What else? Yeah, this is the planet right here, right? So that's what Source is trying to tell you, that you don't want any imbalances within yourself, because that's Venus, right? Venus rules Taurus, and Taurus rules second house, but Venus also rules Libra. Libra rules seventh house, right? So second house is personal resources, money, habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, and income. You want to know that people know their self-worth. If they don't, and you know your self-worth, why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody who don't know their worth and their value, right? In balance, right? So this right here. Why would you want to be in a relationship with the opposition? Somebody who doesn't know their self-worth. Somebody who will do anything. They will sacrifice anybody. This right here. Somebody who will sacrifice their own family. You know, and you be in a relationship with somebody who will see their own family as opposition. Like, so it's just saying, why would you see somebody like that as a twin flame? Somebody who will literally who would sacrifice their own family. How in the world would you see that as a twin flame? See this person right here? You need to be running, elbows up in the sky. So that's what Sales is trying to tell you. You need to be looking back over some stuff and be like, oh, Source, thank you. So here we have 3, 8, 7. Source is saying anybody who assassinates loved one's character, and you saying, wait a minute, hold on. They saying they love somebody, but they see their own family as opposition. And I'm sitting there looking at this, and I'm saying somebody's a twin flame, but they would burn their own family. Okay, they're in something unresolved. They got a karmic cycle within themselves. This is right this, right? I'm having a total recall of some stuff. I'm so glad I'm safe and protected. Somebody is learning how to look a gift horse in the mouth. A lot of conversation been going on around you, but somebody has not been really listening. So this right here, 5th house. Remember, you all rule 5th house. That's the house of romance, creativity, children, projects, fun expression, hobbies, what makes you feel good. So this is like, listen, your sign rules 5th house, but you better start thinking about future. Right, start thinking about your future. Right? Adjust your crown. Start thinking about your future. You're safe and protected. Stay focused. Stay focused. You have enough information. Stay focused. And get into hermit mode. So you and somebody are in hermit mode. You and somebody are in hermit mode. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody, is like, you know, when you're talking about living a softer life, you're fire sign, right? And so Source says, slow down. Get into hermit mode. Think about future. Slow down. You're not in competition with anybody. You're not in competition with anybody except the person in the mirror. Yeah. So, like I said at the beginning of your reading, you want to learn how to close out cycles in love. But something had to bring out the prayer warrior in you. And I've been saying it a lot in my readings. Saying it a lot in my readings. We want to learn how to operate from a spirit of love, operating from a higher frequency. We're not talking about just all love and light. All right. A lot of people had to go through darkness in order to come into the light, right? We're talking about rising above it, rising above the judgment, knowing how to rise above people judging you. Judging your past. Coming out of that karmic cycle within yourself. Coming out of that karmic cycle within yourself. Looking at the this right here and this right here, these two cards right here. Something is generational, meaning that something that's generational, like generations back within someone's family. Something is generations back. Because I'm trying to see something. Trying to see who's behind something. Because I'm seeing who's behind a lot of confusion here. And what I'm seeing in the the cards, like who's behind a lot of confusion. What I'm seeing duplicates here in the cards is Virgo. There's Virgo's duplicate here in the cards. This is duplicate here in the cards. So I don't know who in somebody's family is a Virgo. But somebody in somebody's family, a Virgo, is in a karmic relationship. But it's an older person. Because I really noticed because of this card right here. And I'm saying that because it's and I'm looking at this right here. Somebody is an older person that feels judged. And it's because it's this duplicate card right here. Somebody feels judged. That's what this is. Somebody feels judged. Somebody feels like, and I'm seeing a whole lot of fire here in the cards. Somebody feels like they were under a lot of scrutiny, like they were being judged, like nitpicked. like people were obsessed with um so instead of somebody dealing with instead of somebody dealing with their karmic cycle within themselves, they that's something that was passed down through the generations. Like instead of somebody dealing with that, then they pass it down from generation to generation to generation. So that's the danger with karmic cycles. It's just been passed down from just never dealt with something, and it was passed down from generation to generation to generation. So that's what's duplicate here. So somebody has an older Virgo in their family. That's what this is. It's not somebody younger. This is an older person, like an elder in somebody's family. They could be an older Scorpio in somebody's family. These are elders sending these confusing messages in people's family. This is a Aries. It's a Scorpio. There's a older. There could be two older Virgos, like sending these confusing messages in the family. Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like somebody is somebody having a total recall of some things. Of like a cycle ending. Like somebody's breaking some kind of a generational cycle chain and curse. Is what I'm seeing here in the cards. Keeping your vibration high. Let me see. Three and five is 8. Yeah. So here we have, there's a double tower happening here. There's two Aries, two Scorpios. But what's hidden in the tower is Scorpio. And then, of course, the Judgment card is also Scorpio as well. The Sun. Here's the Hermit card in Virgo again. Hermit card. Nine of Swords, Nightmares. Grief, trauma, hopelessness, depression. Ten of Swords, rock bottom. So, and this is Mercury. The Magician card is Mercury. Yeah, so King of Swords. And then the Two of Wands. So somebody's waiting for some kind of results on something. Yeah, somebody's waiting on some kind of results on something. And then here's the Emperor card. Just trying to add some structure and authority to something. And then these two right here makes a silent tower moment. So somebody's been very busy. Very, very busy with something. Very, very busy. So, very busy in receiving mode. So here we have a deeper world here. So don't push or force your way through life. Finding balance, even in dark times, will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments. So you're waiting on some results for something. So again, pray. For strength. And there's your card right there. This strength, Leo card. Step out of your comfort zone. Let me see what else we got. Okay. And humility. Pray for strength and humility. That is what I have for you. That is what I have for you. So there's a lot going on here in the reading. Like I said before, where was the... Yeah, so there's a lot going on here in your reading. But the main thing is just knowing, like I said, knowing your worth and knowing your value. Knowing your worth and knowing your value. And knowing that you don't have any competition. That's the main thing. And so, like I said, Source is trying to help you to live a softer life, actually. Yeah. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Yep. Yep. And that is what I have for you. All right. Bye.